In this webinar, we will be talking about how to make the most out of your SIPs and set a target of 1 crore. From selecting the right mutual fund and knowing when it is the right time to step up your SIP, this webinar will help you get all the expert insights. Whether you are a new or an experienced investor, this webinar is perfect for you. If you would like to register for this webinar, click on the description below or get onto our bio and register there.
Welcome to this video for ithought Connect, where we are going to talk about reading the market trends. As an investor, if you've been keenly tracking what's happening in the market, there are a lot of mixed signals that are coming your way. So you might have noticed how the RBI as well as the IMF have cut India's growth forecasts. So the RBI expected the Indian economy to grow at 6.7% in February, and in their latest monetary policy announcement, slashed the growth rate to 6.5%. Similarly, earlier in the year, the IMF projected India's growth to be at 6.5% and have now reduced it to 6.2%. So on one side, you have a slowing economy. You have projections that are showing you that the economy is really coming down. You've had actions from the RBI where they've reduced interest rates, improved liquidity so that the economy can continue to grow at a reasonable pace. However, at the same time, you're seeing markets go up in a context where people have talked about how the market is overvalued and we need to be a lot more cautious about what we're paying for certain ideas. And these two notions seem to be in conflict with each other. So as an investor, if you're finding it difficult to decide what to do in this market, I think you're on the right track. It's not supposed to be easy. You have a lot of conflicting information that's coming into your radar. So FIIs have been buyers for the last 10 consecutive sessions. This is at the back of the fact that the dollar index has actually been weak, and every time you have weakness in the dollar index, there is an outflow of money from the US economy into other markets, specifically emerging markets in this context, because emerging markets seem to be on a better growth trajectory compared to their developed market counterparts. Now, given all of these situations, what should you as an investor actually be doing in today's context? The first thing we need to understand is that we need to stop reading market trends, because trends are very quick to change. And in today's context, we have so much uncertainty because on one hand, you're talking about war, you're talking about an economic slowdown, you're talking about uncertainty from the tariff side. There are so many variables that could significantly change the game. So trying to read trends and extrapolate them just doesn't make sense in our context today anymore. The second thing an investor needs to do is to pace their investments, which means that we're not trying to put in all of our money at once. You don't need to rush into any particular dip. This is a long journey and we should enjoy this journey as we progress through it, which means you need to pace yourself, you need to invest systematically, and you need to keep your powder dry. How do you keep powder dry in this context? This brings us to the third point, which is to restructure your portfolios. So as an investor, if you're looking at your own portfolio, you need to move out of ideas that have played their role. You need to move out of ideas that have performed and create some liquidity that can help you cope with the uncertainty that the market is throwing your way. This brings us to the fourth point. How should we actually look at risk and reward in this market? I think one thing which is very clear is that we're not going to be earning large returns in a hurry. You might see blips here and there. The markets have become more volatile, but the idea is to pace and reduce our return expectations. That's the first thing. We also need to take a much more low risk approach in this context. When you're in a slowing economy, when you're in an economy where there is a lot of global uncertainty and there is a risk of geopolitical events occurring, then I think it definitely makes sense to have a low risk portfolio, because this gives you a lot more optionality and allows you to prepare for more eventualities and to start taking risk at the right times. If we end up with a high risk portfolio and there is high uncertainty, the outcomes are going to be much less manageable for the investor. And this brings us to the last point, which is that if we're no longer focused on returns and we're no longer looking at high risk solutions, an investor must look at multi-asset investing in today's context. Equities can be a growth asset, especially if we pick them up at the right valuations, but we can look at fixed income, precious metals, and a whole host of other assets which could become cheaper in this evolving context. As we progress through this journey, it's important for us to maintain our focus on where we're investing, how we're investing, and how we're managing our risks effectively. So the one takeaway from this video would be that stop chasing or trying to read the trends and focus on what you need to do, which is manage risk effectively.